All right. Hey, y'all. Welcome to Real Hot Takes. I'm your girl, Olivia, and I'm here with my friend, Simone, who honestly should have been on the mic very long ago because we've been talking about Bravo for so long, so much, like way too much. So basically, I think it's time for us to let you guys in our conversations, no filter, real opinions, and of course, probably a little bit of arguments. We'll see. And then today we're going to really start our focus with Real Housewives of Atlanta, one of my favorite shows on Bravo. Definitely Simone's favorite show. We've been watching Real Housewives of Atlanta for so long, for years.
Yes.
So I think we're pretty well equipped to talk about this show and to really launch our podcast with this show. So, but wait, how long has it actually been for us talking not just about Real Housewives of Atlanta, but Bravo in general? Simone, how long have you been watching Bravo?
Uh, I started with Real Housewives of Atlanta, season one, Nene Leakes. My family, we would gather around the TV. I think I was still in high school, or maybe I was home, like for a college summer break or something. Somewhere around that time, I remember, like, my mom, my Aunt Joyce, we were just cutting up laughing about, you know, Atlanta. So that's
Mm-hmm.
where season one, and now I'll admit, I have not seen every season because what number season is this? This is
So
season
we
number
are in 17, season
17.
17.
So I
Yes,
have not been able to watch all 17 seasons.
off and on.
Maybe one day I will. But I did get back on the Atlanta train last season, and so of course I'm going to be watching again this season.
Yes, and I think it's a good time to watch Atlanta. It's new production. It's new. I like the new camera work they're doing now for this last two seasons.
Right.
I like the new characters and the new ladies that's on the show. I think they've been pretty well. So, with that being said, like we said, it's well overdue. I think it's time for us to talk about the Real Housewife of Atlanta. Starting with episode number one, and really started with the new ladies. Like I was saying, we have the last 2 years we added a couple new ladies on the show. The season opened with one of our hometown girls. We're both from Chicago. So Angela, she started with the season opening up with her in her backyard with her husband. What do you think about her so far?
Ooh, my girl Angela. I want to like her, but to be honest with you, she struggle marriage,
Yes.
struggle marriage, and you know what? And that's what she like. Because I think Charles was always an a-hole from the first date. From the first date, I
Mm,
think he was always an a-hole. And she even, like you said, opening scene is talking about how Charles went on a podcast,
yes,
right?
yes.
And is talking about how, he regret being married to her in so many words. So it's like, yeah, he always doing you dirty. Like, I don't know why she brought that man on this show with her. She should have been solo dolo.
But I would say, out of all the husbands on the show, he does support her more than any other man on the show right now. He's in every group scene. He does show up in dinners, and like we see in that first episode, he showed up in that final dinner. He's not through the phone. He didn't say that he was stuck at the airport or whatever Shamia husband said. So at least he shows up, which is a lot to say, especially when it comes to Real Housewife husbands.
I guess we'll get more into that later.
Yeah, we'll get more into that, and
Yeah.
we're gonna deep dive you guys in episode 3. But we saw in the first 2 episodes when it comes to uh, not just Angela, but when it comes to the other housewives. So going into the other ones, Kelly. Kelly kind of starts off the season as well, talking about her daughter going to college. That was a big thing for her. And then also starting with her business and the issues that was going on with the issues. But now she's opening her second restaurant in Atlanta, which is a big deal, right?
Yeah,
What do you
no,
think?
Kelly is Kelly's growing on me. I didn't like her so much last year because all she did was, just be a pair like, what? That married man. What? That
Yeah.
married man. And to see her doing that again this season, we'll get more into that later. But, Kelly looked like you. Kelly looked
She
like
keeps
you.
saying that. She keeps saying that. I don't think
Hey,
so.
comment if y'all think Olivia and Kelly look alike. You know,
I don't think
Olivia.
so.
Olivia
Go
has a
ahead.
few reality show people that she looks like. Can you guys guess who the other one was? It was very
Who the
popular
other?
when we were in college.
Oh God,
Welcome
yeah.
to the Bad Girls Club. Bad
Oh my,
Girls.
I
Who the
used to
Bad
get her
Girls
a
Club?
lot.
Who y'all think it is?
Oh God,
You
I
want to
still
tell
follow
them?
her. Yeah, Judy. Judy, what's her
Judy.
call? What was her thing? Judy. I
It
got
was
the voodoo on the bitches. The
right.
voodoo.
It was a Drake lyric. You know, it was
Oh,
from
was it?
some
I didn't know
Drake
that.
song. It was from a Drake song. I got the voodoo for you bitches. That's what it
I
was.
didn't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was from Drake. I actually
She
didn't know
got
that.
that from a Drake song, most
Oh,
definitely.
oh, okay. Look at
Yeah, and
that.
she would repeat that all the time because I think they were in Louisiana. Anyway, yeah, Kelly is basically Olivia. They have that,
Um,
and so I mean Kelly, chicken and waffles. And, oh, you know what we need from Kelly? We need to see
what?
that podcast or that video of her husband. I had
Oh yeah, yeah,
going
yeah,
out and telling his side of the story. I hope he make
yeah.
an appearance on
Uh,
on the
he
show.
should.
I doubt it,
I
but
doubt it too, but I think that will help her storyline, and I think it will help her
I
staying
think
on the
she'd be
show too.
mortified. But it will help her storyline, and it will keep her there.
To me that helps. I mean, to me as a new, and this is her second season, but as a new housewife coming in, I think it's important to show yourself and show the real things that's going on. I felt she was very hesitant, and I think this is going to segue us to talk about the new housewife this season, Pinky. Um, I think Pinky is showing, I like her so far because she's showing her true self. She's crying on television. She's talking about her restaurants. And I do think she's really successful, but I also think she's being vulnerable about the mistakes that she made in her business in the past.
I like Pinky too. We got a lot of people this season. How many? 8, 7
It's
girls?
eight, I think it's 8 housewives, which is a lot.
A lot. But Pinky is a great addition. She
Yeah.
and Kelly can bond over the food, but apparently that may not be what's going to happen just yet. A little bit of rivalry, which is good too. But Pinky, she, like you said, she's very real. She's very vulnerable. She talks about, the ups and downs of her business. And,
Yep.
I'm excited to see what she has to share.
What do you think about Pinky and her husband?
I don't know. We don't know yet. I want to know. She said that he's got into that restaurant business. Like she said before him, I wonder, Pinky, did you buy that man that restaurant?
I think so. And we'll talk
Is
about when we go deep dive in episode 3, but I think she kind of tells us in
it's
episode
just
3.
something about it because we've known about Slutty Vegan for a long time. Before I knew who Pinky
Right.
was, I
You knew
heard about
Slutty.
Slutty Vegan.
Right.
I mean, like, and I'm sure if I got more into the restaurant, if I was vegan, I'd probably eventually know, hey, that's by this girl named Pinky. But, Slutty Vegan had multiple locations all over the U.S. I'm pretty sure we have one in Chicago, if it's not still there. I
Yeah.
could be wrong, but the point is we've heard of Slutty Vegan in the black community. Everybody has.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I'm just saying, what's the name of his restaurant? Big Hot Days.
It's a cheese
Philly?
it's a Philly cheesesteak restaurant, which
Yeah,
is
but
interesting because that's meat.
yes, but also what's more interesting is that it's a playoff of Dave's Hot Chicken.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why she said, let me say, it's like Big Dave's.
Oh,
Philly
yeah, yeah, yeah.
cheesesteak. Big Dave's Hot Days or something. I'm like, and even when you look at
Yeah.
the logo, there's some similarities there, except
Okay.
it's Philly cheesesteak. So I'm like, okay, Pinky, did you when you met this man, did he have that restaurant? Did you buy it for him? I don't
Which
know.
one
I'm not
is
trying
it?
to be a hater, but that's the vibe. I get.
I'm getting that vibe, and I think we're going to see more about that relationship when we continue on the season. But I want to keep my eye open on that relationship because something's very fishy about it. Especially her, and we'll talk about when we talk about episode 3, but especially her going through bankruptcy and not telling her husband. To me, that's off. Right? We'll
I
see.
mean, when you wear the pants, you ain't got to say it,
Oh, she don't trust it. She don't trust him to take that information and do whatever with it because I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll see. Really quickly, we're gonna talk about the characters and the ladies. We forgot about Shamia. Shamia, this last season was her first season as a full-time housewife. She's coming in with the money, the lifestyle, maybe the personality. I think
love
it's a little.
Shamia.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
I'll go ahead. No, you already said it. Go on ahead.
I,
Put that word
no,
out there.
I think she could be a little corny. I think that's what the viewers are thinking. What about you? What do you think?
I love Shamia, just what she represents, like that feminine black woman, damn near billionaire wife. Not no
Right.
low millionaire, this man made big money.
Mm-hmm.
And so I love Shamia, but unfortunately, she's not a K Michelle when it comes to singing.
Ooh,
And
yep.
it can be a little corny, but sometimes I can be corny too. So like I'm down. I love my corny girls.
Right. I like. And
There's a place
yeah.
for corniness.
I feel you. I feel you. And I feel like she's funny at times. Like she made me crackle in a couple episodes. So I like that. And it kind of it helps. But what do you think about the relationship with her and Portia this season?
Oh my
What do
god.
you
Her and Portia, they got a contract off the cameras to be frenemies or something. Like,
I
but
think so.
because they never want to fight it out on camera. They always kind of play nice, nasty, but not too nasty because they don't want to ruin the relationship. It seems like, which I think is smart. Like I would
Yeah.
play it that way too if I was on Housewives, where our spats, we never let them like get to a certain level where we would lose respect for one another.
Right. So we'll see how that goes. I know that in the last season they got into it, and I think they left on okay terms. And then this season, again, at the end of the first episode, she came over to the dinner by herself. They didn't really talk. They didn't really have a conversation. But I guess they at a standpoint, and I guess we'll hear more about their relationship when we continue on with the season. But you also mentioned K Michelle. This is gonna be her first season here at the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But we know K Michelle at Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. What do you think about her coming and crossing over to Bravo?
K Michelle. Well. You know what? I give it out to K Michelle. That girl know how to hustle and stay relevant.
That's true.
From taking quite a long break, I'm assuming, because I don't watch Love and Hip Hop like that. But when I did watch it, I remember she's shaking the table. Like that was K
Right.
Michelle had presence, and she was funny. She was good at flaming folks. But I didn't hear about nothing from her until I heard somewhere she was dating Ryan Lochte, Olympic
Oh
gold
yeah.
medalist swimmer.
Yeah,
know?
you could you unlocked that for me because I totally forgot about that
I was like,
till
okay,
you said it.
Kay, go ahead. I ain't mad at you, Yeah, that's a good looking white boy. So, go on ahead. And then I didn't hear anything until boom, country music. And it makes sense because she got that strong Tennessee accent, So I like that K Michelle is getting a platform to show off what her real talent is, which is singing.
Yeah, she's a great singer. We were talking about. I saw her live in concert once.
Really?
In Promontory. Loved her. I mean, I didn't really know most of her. I didn't know any of her songs, but I was there for the vibe.
Raise a man, he's already grown. What you gonna do? You wonder why
Right.
he acts like a boy. Y'all let me know how y'all like my voice singing over there.
I was just gonna say you should have been at the concert because you knew more songs than me. But same time, we all know K Michelle, so
Yeah.
good. Yeah, no, really good. Before we go and talk about episode number 3, we also got the veterans. We can close that out with Phaedra, Portia, Cynthia is going to be a friend of, and am I missing one more? No more Kenya.
Nope.
No more, we know Nene. But what about Phaedra and Cynthia and Portia this season? How do you think they're going to do?
Portia is always going to be pretty, girl. Always. I mean, every fit, every look is always top notch. Like I be wanting to take notes and be like, okay, girl, like let me try and recreate that. I love the way Portia looks. She lights up every
Yes.
room. She's very
Yes.
very pretty. She's always been known for that, but she's also been known for being a little bit of a ditz. And we
Yep.
will see that this season, and we see it every season. And you know what? That's okay. There's a place in this world for ditzy girls. And you know what I like about Portia? She's growing out of that. She is really becoming a woman. She's no longer some young girl. You know, her mind is how she interacts. She's quick with the reads. Like I
Yeah.
like, and you can tell that Portia's growing up now. Phaedra. My girl, Phaedra Parks, attorney at law. We love some Phaedra. Everybody loves Phaedra. But I'm a little nervous if Phaedra can hang out with this crowd of young ladies. You know, she need a little bit of somebody on that grown woman level to really spice and go at it and whatnot. That's why I think
Right.
Angela wanted to go after her, because they were like the same age level. But it's like, Angela, sit down, girl. You don't want no fire with Phaedra. But at the same time, I want to see Phaedra light up Angela. You know, so...
You'll see, or it could be versus K. Michelle, and I think
that would be a battle of battles.
I do want to see that battle, and I do want to see
versus Ghetto.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So I'm curious, and I think episode number 3 is a good episode for us to start conversating, because I do think that this is the first episode where you see the lines being drawn. And you see the battles kind of forming. And we did not talk about Drew, but we'll talk about it when we talk about episode number 3, because she is...
Drew ain't nobody. It's fine. We ain't got to talk about her.
We'll move on from her. But episode number 3 really started off with Angela, right? And her daughter coming and talking about her business. And it seems like everyone has a business this season, right? We got Angela and her real estate. She opened up more about how much money she spent. And I didn't know she bought these properties over $1 million before she even fixed them up.
Yeah. Angela,
3 of them at the same time.
Okay, so cautionary tale about Angela, Atlanta. Y'all gotta stop fake balling until you
got
have
to.
some real experience. Like,
Yes.
I applaud. Listen, everybody in Atlanta want to be in the entertainment. You want to be a rapper. You want to be a singer. You want to be a dancer. You want to be a drug dealer. You want to
Yes,
be a,
right.
So I applaud Angela doing something that's a little bit more, white collar. But
Yep.
at the same time, you gotta, crawl before you can walk. And that's why
Right.
this episode, we open up with her going into the under 300K property.
Yes.
Under 300K properties, because that's
Yep.
where she belongs. She don't belong in no 1 million plus, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, and unfortunately, she took a beating from that husband because of that.
Yeah. Yes. To the point where he cut her off, right?
He
So.
cut her off. He ain't got
And
nothing to give. What you mean?
I think he got something to give, but he also saying
He
like
don't got
you already.
a lot. He ain't that. That's a washed up basketball. I mean, he is
You
okay. He listen. He doing better than me. But at the same time, that man. I mean, we all saw the footage about him getting kicked out of the Knicks, right? Whatever deals he got, whatever he is not about to be no ESPN court, or what do they call themselves? Coordinator or whatever. The people who
play-by-play broadcast, yeah.
And maybe he will. I don't know. Point is, I low-key think he thought he was going to make some money with Angela, because she was promising all these flips. So I think that's why he married her. I thought he was going to get some change out of that woman. We don't see him working. And last season, remember, that man was just grilling by the pool all day.
Because he with retirement money, right? He's living off his royalties from basketball.
You gotta let that money, you gotta do something. You gotta remember Bruce Jenner. He did something. He did talks. He did engagements. He did golf tournaments. You gotta do something.
Right.
This man stayed just frying chicken like his grandma did. Shaking the plastic bag and the flour and whatnot.
Right, he's the cook. He does the chef stuff.
But he be cooking at home. If he a cook, then I'm a cook too. He don't do nothing extra. So, not trying to be a hater, but I mean that's what we here to do.
That is what it is.
I don't like him. That's just what it is.
I know this, and I don't mind him, but I get it. He just reminds me of like a old man, like a grandpa. Like he's like harmless. He just talks shit, but he's like he don't mean no harm.
He telling you exactly who he is, and he telling us exactly that he really Don't like his wife that much. Sorry.
I feel you. But I did miss a part of this important part, and I totally forgot about the K Michelle. So episode number 3 did open up with K Michelle in the hospital, leaking from her back end
God.
with a 2-hour surgery, with her husband on the side of that, and she had the glam team and everyone ready for her to go in that hospital bed. What do you think about what was going on with K Michelle opening up episode number
Yo, did
3?
everybody get silicone injections like
I
around the
know.
same time? Because I swear to God, they
I
all
know.
seem to be leaking together on time. I just saw a TLC special about somebody getting their booty leaking from the damn, illegal injections. And then somebody else on Instagram. It's as if,
Right.
like, what happened? Can you see me? Whoa.
Right.
I don't
Right.
know what that's all about. But anyway,
Right.
it's as if, like, there's some sort of, how should we say? Point is, I'm glad I wasn't in my 20s in the early 2000s.
I know.
I'm so
It's-
glad, because how many people, and it seems to be a
Had
lot,
this-
was
it
going
seems
to
like-
somebody's apartment and just being like, yeah, I'll take the shot, and it's illegal? Okay.
Not even an apartment, a side of a building, an alleyway. I mean, these are the stories you hear is crazy. with
Right,
this.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so, all
Yeah.
I can say is rest up, peace up, bless up, K Michelle. And you know what? She's got a story to tell. Honestly, it's unfortunate, but people need to hear this so that they don't make this mistake. Of course, now we got the BBL.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
safer.
I guess.
Now, I wouldn't say it's 100% safe, but it's
Right.
damn sure not going to let silicone go into your bloodstream and then, like, travel to the rest of your body, possibly to your brain
Right.
and give you a stroke.
We'll start there.
You know?
At least she's open about it. I do appreciate that, and because there are still people doing that. You know that it's actually still going on.
Why? We
It's
have the
cr-
BBL contain the
It's
silicone
cheaper.
in a packet, so it don't
Yeah.
go off into certain
Right.
areas. Anyway,
Oh, God.
this is not a podcast about illegal surgeries. Let's continue.
I know, right? But she also, so I guess the first place she went to was that nail salon when she got released. I don't know how soon after, but it seemed like she was still aching from the surgery, and she saw Portia, Phaedra, and Cynthia, right? And I guess she talked about it, and then Portia put her foot in her mouth and said, miscarriage. I guess at that time it wasn't a big deal. I think K Michelle bypassed it, but of course K Michelle went home, thought about it, and got upset all over again. Do you think K Michelle had the right to be upset with that comment from Portia, or do you feel like Portia?
I mean, it's weird because Portia has always been the ditzy girl to say the huh? And it
Right.
came off that way in her tone, how she said it so quickly. It really did look like a Portia, like, ditzy girl moment. But like I said,
Yeah.
Portia's growing. Portia's getting smarter. Portia's coming into her womanhood. And she's still on this show, so she got to play the game. So
She knows how to play it.
I think there's a chance that it could be just her pretending. I think Portia is no longer just acting dumb. I think she may be pretending to be dumb.
Right. Yeah, she's not that dumb anymore. So do you think it was on purpose for her to say
50-50,
Miss
I don't know. 50-50,
I-
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was just. I think she generally was like, "Oh, was it a miscarriage?" And then it was.
I mean, like, why
no,
would you say
am I-
that?
I know. I don't know. I was trying to give her the benefit of that.
like, come on, Portia. But then again, why
Yeah.
would you think that the Underground Railroad had a real engine?
So we don't know what's going on in that brain of hers.
know.
Yeah, right. So understandable. Also, this episode, we do see Drew. I didn't want to talk about this because this bothered me. So we saw the scene where Drew was with Black. So we see a parents with Black, and they're at in a restaurant, and he had no shirt on. His teeth was as white. He had like a button up. Was it like open
Oh yeah, when he's
with the
finally
chain?
off the phone, when he finally get out
Yes.
of the phone, we see him.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's
Yes.
what I mean. It's coded in Atlanta.
Yeah, but
Everybody wanna be a baller shot caller. I'm aging myself when I say that. But yeah, no, everybody's flashy, and what's with men wearing jackets with no shirts?
What's with men with teeth as white as porcelain? I hated his teeth in that scene. His teeth was so white. Oh
It's
God,
all
it was so
white teeth.
fake. It was fake. It was just too fake. You know how fake teeth just look too extra fake?
All you gotta do is just slap a grill on top of it or something, you know?
He probably needed it, but at that point you could tell it was extremely fake, and that's not real. Like I didn't like it. I didn't like his beard. I just feel like she's too grown to be with a man like that.
Well, that's
You
what he
know,
was saying. He viewed her as wifey material, as he said.
he
But
did.
you know
He
what?
did.
And she is technically. I mean, she got that.
She's a
ex-husband.
wife,
She got
right?
that ex-husband in the basement. I wonder if we're gonna see some more of him, because Lord knows he loved the camera last season.
He does, and I know that storyline is continuing on in real time. We know that what's going on. I think they found out that he's making all this money, and she's only making like $12,000 a month. He's making like 20 grand a month or some ridiculous amount of money.
Really?
But I'm trying to figure out how. But they say he's in technology, or he's in some type of
Him
technology.
and Todd is some hypergamous queens. They love living off of women. They love living.
How did Todd get into this?
Because Todd doing the same thing. Todd don't want to leave the basement or the guest house. He said, and we saw that on the Candy Wedding episode. He said, "What you mean I got to move out within 1 month if someone filed for divorce?" It's like, if you was a grown man about your business,
Right.
you would be like, "Hell yeah, like I'm ready." Like I got my summer house, or I got my other apartment up in New York, since he's from New York. I got this, I got that. That's in the same neighborhood as my kids, because he does love those kids. Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
like men who got it going on, they don't try and linger in the house as the person they're trying to divorce. That just creates so much tension. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
even what's his face? Oh, I can't think of it. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, it's weird, and it's weird, especially if he does have this money that he's claiming he should have been moved out. He should not be living in that basement, and it doesn't make sense.
Oh
but,
wait, I remember I was gonna say, yeah, because another man who's on that same team, just a little extra spice here. Robin's husband, Juan from Potomac.
Oh God, yes, yes.
Too,
we got to do Potomac, by the way.
He too is somebody who like living off of women, because you divorced the woman, you moved to Europe to do basketball, and you wasn't interested in taking her and the kids with you. You thought it was gonna be a fresh new start, and what happened? It didn't work out. You came crawling back, and you said, "I want to be a father. Fathers are in the home with their sons, so let me be in the house." And Robin, being a good woman, said, "Sure," but you still didn't like after doing her dirty like that, like.
And then he proposed to her with a fake diamond ring.
Oh,
you remember
Lord.
that?
Yeah,
girl.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It all adds up. These type of men show who they are.
Who they are.
Open your eyes, ladies. Open your eyes. If Todd, is 2 weeks before the wedding talking about, "I'm feeling sick and dizzy. I don't know if I can sign the prenup. So I'm not feeling well. You making me do it." Like, first of all, why you pushing? Why hasn't it been signed? Yeah, why are we delaying it all the way up to 2 weeks before the wedding? That's suspect.
Yeah. And honestly, that good thing that Candy did get that signed, because that's what helped them in their divorce in real time. Because she only had to pay him like $400,000 and a couple cars.
She already had the money. She already had the money. Now Todd is a worker. He did come and help out with the business, but at the end of the day, she had a team. She had Don Juan and the whole team, and she had her team with her before Todd came around.
Right.
Ladies, just don't date the help.
Please. But okay, let's get. Speaking of help, I do want to go to Pinky and her storyline this season. I think this episode's really about her. We saw her walk into her lawyer's office, and they talked about her bankruptcy going on and what's pretty much going on behind the scene in her business. She stated that a co-owner stole some money from her, and now she's like in $20 million in debt. What do you think was going on with her? We kind of already touched with the husband, but you add on to that.
I don't know. Maybe Angela and Pinky can hold hands in bankruptcy court. Because it's shout out to anybody out there going through it. Listen, what Karen say? You got to make millions in order to owe millions.
And that's true. And I think
So,
that's true.
at the end of the day, listen, that's to be able to, when you got that type of, those type of problems, you're probably more equipped to deal with them because again, you're playing at a different level. So, and we know that because Pinky got her restaurants back. What, in like 43 days? So she had like a quick sale that she knew she was coming back to.
She already have a business plan that's already done correctly, exactly. So she knows what she's doing.
She was shifting back now. Angela, on the other hand, I don't know. Angela may be in some hot fire. That's why I said, go, Angela, go hold Pinky's hand and let her help you or teach you, the ways of how it goes or something, because you may need some help.
Right. And we saw too that she had, was it a lunch with her, K. Michelle, Cynthia, kind of host a lunch with them, and I know I don't know, I felt like Cynthia was there to like kind of be the OG with the new people, but they kind of out-talked her a little bit. But K. Michelle also mentioned what was going on with Portia being upset with that comment again, but we also hear that Pinky's upset with Phaedra because Phaedra was talking about Pinky eating meat, and that's going against her business. So what do you think about that comment from Phaedra?
Yeah. I mean, come on, Mrs. Parks. I need some real fire. You trying to say you saw the girl sneaking some meat? Like, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Like, yeah, okay, so what? When I was a vegetarian for 1 year back in Bradley, I definitely snuck a breakfast sausage here and there, where I wasn't supposed to.
Or here. And I think she's right to be upset with Phaedra saying that, because that is her livelihood. That's who she is. But her husband got a whole Philly
cheesesteak restaurant, so don't tell me you that not around meat. Of course, that's not the same as saying you saw her eat. Like, I don't know. Did Phaedra say that she saw her eat the meat?
I don't know. But regardless, Pinky is upset. So maybe, I don't know.
She got to start somewhere. She's a new girl. She's coming in.
It's an easy target. It's an easy target. And to me, I'm a little bit disappointed so far with Phaedra comeback, even from last year. I think Phaedra was trying to come in, start a fight with Angela. Now she's coming in, obviously trying to start a fight with Pinky. And to me, it's giving weak. Her comments, it's giving weak. Because we
need some more spice, because they ain't got nothing going on either. I'm sorry. Like we're going to see, like Phaedra versus K. Michelle. Now that's when Phaedra gonna feel like let me room. That's when she go rev that engine. That's when
I think so.
The dirty side of Phaedra come out. Remember when Nene said you never can win when you play dirty, and you play dirty, Mrs. Parks. Dirty. Supposedly, but we know she did. Remember how she got kicked off to begin with?
That's a dirty move.
Yeah,
right.
So when I don't know. We'll see. Phaedra, when she get into a K. Michelle gonna push some buttons and make these people.
I think so, and I'm ready for it. At first, I was a little iffy about K. Michelle joining, but now I kind of see the vision.
You know what?
I see the vision.
If K. Michelle went against had to fight against Kenya. Ooh.
Oh.
If Kenya and K. Michelle could have been in the same season,
that would have been a good one. That's a good.
We would have turned
fight.
Atlanta into real Love and Hip Hop. It would have been Housewives of Atlanta would have turned into Love and Hip Hop for real.
For real. I forget about that. That would have been a good battle, honestly.
Yo, yeah.
But yeah, and then we also mentioned Shamia. So Shamia, this episode also talked about her business starting in Ghana called Rum Bum. So we saw that her and her husband had a business meeting. The husband was trying to help her out, giving those pro questions to see where they're at with the investment. She didn't want to listen to him. She wants to do her own thing, which I understand as a woman, you want to make your own money. However, it seems like she's going to jump in a business that may not be the best when it comes to investing. What do you think about Shamia? And this investment.
One of the best resources, and it is her husband Gerald, who actually is a business executive. So when he was asking all those questions about product distribution and numbers and data and metrics, I understand that's your husband, and you probably have a biased opinion about him giving you advice all the time, because you already have to do that in your marriage and in other areas of life. But girl, You got the best husband out of everybody to like
Yep.
start a business. Listen to his advice because he knows what he's talking about.
A
And
hundred
I think
percent.
she just wanted to happen because Shamia said it. I'm not a business type of woman, and she isn't. She's a real housewife. She's a housewife,
Right.
and that's why even her business is just singing. Like a
Yeah.
real housewife as feminine and like. No, I don't want to say feminine. I take that back. That's an overused word. Um, a housewife has passion projects,
Yeah.
more so than wanting to build a like a lucrative type of business. Even though that passion project can be lucrative, but a lot of times you see a real housewife living more of a luxurious life of like doing rather than
Yeah.
making. So anyway, the point
Yeah.
I'm trying to make is if she want to make something like some booty rum, then
Bubble
she
rum. Which I
right.
think I like the name. I think it's
Uh,
cute. I think
yeah,
I
or
think
what?
it's
A bottle of your ass? If people really want to drink out of that. First of all, history lesson here. And then she wanted to make it high end. Baby girl,
yeah.
rum is
Yeah.
cheap. Why?
Yeah.
Because it is refined through sugar cane. That's one of the
Yeah.
cheapest like products you can make an alcohol of. There's no, it's not whiskey. Like there is
Yeah.
no $200 bottle of rum. No, rum is intentionally cheap.
Yeah. You
So
know, it to me, to be honest, you could just tell how, like, I didn't like the conversation she had with her husband when they were walking outside, pushing the baby in the stroller, and she said, "Oh, you never know. I could retire you." And the husband looked at her like, and to me, that was a dumb comment. That was kind of,
she
to
was
me,
just being
slow on her.
joking. She was
I know,
joking.
but was she? I don't think she was. I think she was kind of serious. I don't know. I just think, which I think that's what she wants. That's her dream. Is like, I want to have a company that makes all this money, more money than my husband.
No, no. Why she
No.
don't want that? Because she think about that. Do you think about how much money Gerald has? And I don't know if he owns his company or if he's just an executive at that company, but that man works a lot. That's why he wasn't
Yes.
able to be at that lame ass dinner at Portia's house
No.
because,
No.
because he is out here in the real world working like an executive man does. She don't want that. She don't
Right.
want that. She may think she does just so she can have like the accolades and the validation from everybody thinking your business. Like she looking at Kelly and Pinky and those girls, and she's thinking
I
'cause
think
now
so.
Kelly's her best friend. She said her BFF, best
Oh
friend
yeah.
forever.
They are
Um,
best friends.
so she's looking at that and she's like, I want to be on the career girl train. I've already did the soft life girl train by marrying Gerald and getting all that. So she wants to go into the career girl train or go on the career girl train. I
Yeah.
understand that, but like, girl, you just made it to the first station of like soft life. It's okay.
Right.
Pump the brakes.
Right.
If,
Right.
if you're gonna do a little company, fine, but like, have somebody else run it. Talk to Bethany
Right.
Frankel if you want to go get in the liquor business and see what she got to say.
Right. And make sure it's a company that you will make your money. Because so we saw a scene where she was also sitting with her business partners and people in that nature, and they were adding up the money, they were adding up the price. They were talking about $30 for, I think, distribution or something in that sense. So obviously the rum is going to be more than that. So to me, it's already, the red flags are showing when it comes to the costs. She was talking about having peach as a flavor, and peach does not grow in that
That's what I'm
country.
saying. It's like
So it's
you
like,
want again. It's you can't stop reinventing the wheel. If you are
I
going
think it's
to
a
be a
bad
newcomer
business
in an
plan.
industry, know what the wheel looks like over there and follow it. And then if you want to fine tune it, if you want to add some trinkets to the wheel, if you want to do something to make you stand out and different, fine.
Yeah.
But don't reinvent the damn wheel. There's no peach
Right.
rum for a reason.
Right, it's not a thing. And like you said, it's a cheap liquor. I didn't know that. But that makes sense.
Right.
That's why you get hangovers, honestly,
Right.
off rum.
Yeah.
So,
Because it's
it's
alcohol,
fucking
sugar.
sugar.
That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Fermented sugar.
Yeah. Anyways, but let's close it out with the last scene. The last scene they talked about is K. Michelle versus Portia. I guess at that moment, Portia did not know that K. Michelle made all these tweets, because that's what she does. She makes tweets and and all types of her ramps. and she found out that she called Portia a bimbo and other things I kind of forget. But what do you think about how they came together at the end?
Oh man, I was expecting Kate. Kate Michelle has grown. She ain't bringing love in hip hop because
Not yet,
them
too early. That's
tweets,
why.
them tweets was soft. And again, Portia is nice, nasty, so she's like, I'll just forgive her and we'll kiss and make up and just like everybody's playing nice now. When is the
Yeah,
nasty gonna come?
yeah,
We'll
yeah.
see. We'll see.
We'll see, and then we'll see if that's a battle in the season. Um, we'll see if that's a battle. Like we said, we may see K. Michelle versus Phaedra, but
Right.
we also, I have to watch the trailer again to see. Now that I've seen a couple episodes, I want to rewatch the trailer again and kind of see what the storylines are really going to carry through the season. But with that being said, I think this is a great first episode. So we're going to continue this going next week. We're going to do every Monday. We're going to do a recap. So of course, the show airs every Sunday. We'll do a recap every Monday, and we'll be consistent. And we'll talk about the episode, and we'll see what's going on throughout the season. How about that,
Pray,
Simone?
pray for us, y'all.
And if this goes well, we can talk about other shows and do the same thing and other recaps of different shows. Again, I love Bravo. I watch a lot of shows on Bravo. Summer House, The Valley, even Real Housewives of Rhode Island. I know Simone is a big fan of Married to
I,
Medicine.
I do like some Married to Medicine. I do. Yes.
Yeah, so we'll figure it out, but we'll focus on this one first. But other than that, I think we're good.
All right,
Want to say
guys.
goodbye?
Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, make sure that you follow us and let us know what we can work on too.
Yeah. Yes.
Comment. Let us
Don't
know.
be too hard. This is our first episode,
Be
so
honest.
please.
Be honest. Be honest.
But be nice. Be nice. Be nice. All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.